Welcome to How to Build a Spiritual Business. 7 key concepts for healers, mentors, and light workers. Now, why is it important to distinguish between a regular business and a spiritual business? Well, it's because spiritual people tend to, not always, I'm not going to generalize or project, but I'm going to say that I found that spiritual people tend to not like normal business concepts. They don't feel drawn to the normal way that business is done or even the language that we generally use to talk about business. Why? Well, because it doesn't feel very spiritual. It feels very strategic and mental, but not very heart-centered. So I've taken the liberty of taking my business concepts and converting them into more spiritual concepts that help to grow a spiritual business. Another problem is that oftentimes these very businessy concepts don't honor the spirit of service and contribution that really matter to spiritual business people. And so the solution is I've reframed those concepts in a way that should, I hope, appeal to more spiritually minded people. So the first concept that I want to reframe is the idea of having a business plan or a strategic plan. That might feel a little off-putting to someone who is more spiritually focused. So I want to invite you to consider it more as what is the journey that you want to create through your business? What journey do you want to experience? Where do you want to get to? What is the vision that you have for the business? And what are some of the ways that you can get there? Now, I want to invite you to not over-plan. One of the biggest problems in regular business, not just spiritually minded business, is people that want to get it all figured out and perfect on paper. Now, especially if you're more spiritually minded and you have that sense of surrender and allowing and trusting in some divine plan, then I invite you not to over elaborate your business plan or this journey, this business journey that you're creating. Instead, I invite you to create vision boards and to connect really to your desire for what the impact is that you want to create in the world. What are the experiences you want to have? Who do you want to meet? Who do you want to spend time with? How do you want your days to feel? What do you want to be doing each and every day? And really coming from a place of connecting to that vision and connecting to the emotions of that vision so that you can start to naturally create and manifest. Now, by the way, you might want to watch my video, How to Create a Coaching Business Plan, after this video. So I've gone ahead and linked to it below so that you can queue it up for after this video. Now, the second businessy term that I want to reframe is the idea of having a value proposition or even a unique value proposition. Now, a value proposition is all about your unique positioning in the market, what it is you offer that is special. I like to call it a promise. What is the promise that you're making to your people and to the market? When I think about a promise that I'm making, it calls me into greater alignment with my higher self and greater alignment with that which is bigger than just me, to my purpose. So a promise instead of a value proposition. Now, the third thing I want to reframe is the idea of a business model. Now, I have a lot of videos talking about business models. Now, your business model is the mechanism by which you turn your magic into money, right? It's the way that you package and sell your services. But if that's a little bit off-putting to you, reframe your business model as you're offering to the world. How are you packaging your unique gifts given to you by the divine? How are you turning that into an offering for those people who are your soul aligned people, your soul contract people, the people that you were meant to serve on this planet? What is the offering that you're developing for them? When you reframe your business model and your packages and your pricing as offerings, it can really help you to stay connected to that bigger picture of what you're all about. By the way, I'm going to take this opportunity before I get into the next few things that you can do to reframe and invite you to like this video, subscribe to my channel, post a comment below. What do you want to learn more about? What video do you wish that I would record? The next concept that I invite you to reorganize in your head is the idea of price and charging. One of the biggest hangups that spiritual entrepreneurs have is around getting paid for their services. Now, this may or may not be you, I'm not trying to project here, but I do want to share that what I've seen happen a lot is people having this belief that, well, if this is my gift and it was given to me by the divine and I want to give it to the world, I shouldn't charge for it. I want to invite you to reframe it as an energetic exchange. You are pouring your energy into this other person. You are delivering this offering to them. And in exchange, they are giving you this value, this store of value, which is money. Now, if you can get out of your own way when it comes to your own perceptions about money, and just remember, this is an energetic exchange, then perhaps you can also start to experience more abundance in your business. Which brings me to the next one, which is very closely aligned with this last one, which is selling. A lot of times spiritual entrepreneurs resist selling because they resist being pushy or manipulative, and they push away money a lot of times, believe it or not, because they have a belief that money isn't spiritual. Now, again, if you reframe it as an energetic exchange, that's step one. But the second thing I want you to do is to consider that money is a mechanism by which you extend appreciation. So when someone is paying you, they are giving you appreciation. And when you are receiving that money, you are receiving appreciation, and you're also giving appreciation for the appreciation. It's an energetic exchange of appreciation. Think about it. When we talk about investments, good investments are the ones that appreciate, right? There's already that intrinsic connection between money and paying and the concept of appreciation. So reframe all your stuff about money as just an energetic exchange of appreciation. Marketing is another area where spiritual entrepreneurs often get stuck. So I want to invite you to consider marketing as manifesting, as calling in your soul tribe, calling in the people that you are destined to serve and support and uplift on this planet. Instead of thinking of marketing as this thing that you have to do and you have to put yourself out there and then get people back, right? Which feels very transactional. Instead, think of marketing as sending out your signal into the world, sending out the signal that will resonate with the right people and call them towards you. And that way, when you think of marketing that way, you can understand why you'd want to be your most authentic self. You'd want to fully put yourself out there. So often with spiritual entrepreneurs, I find that especially early in their careers, they resist calling themselves spiritual. They resist using the words like intuitive or healer or light worker, when the people that they're meant to serve most likely will be called to those exact terms. And finally, the concept of operations. Operations can seem very scary. It can seem very left brain, logical, transactional, rational. But what I want you to think about operations as instead is as how the mechanisms that you use to deliver on your promise and the mechanisms you use to provide your side of that energetic exchange. And developing excellence in operations is raising the likelihood that you will deliver on that promise, raising the value of the work that you bring to the world. So any amount of investment that you make in improving your delivery on your promise, your operations, is service that you're providing to your clients. If you're a spiritual entrepreneur and you want to grow your coaching or consulting practice, let's connect. You can find me and set up a free discovery call with me at superstaractivator.com/go, or just click on the link below.